Hello everyone, welcome to another short video. In this video, we are going to look at how to configure a GRE tunnel on Palo Alto Firewall. I'm going to use this topology for this lab. We will have a GRE tunnel between Palo Alto and the R4 router, and the subnets 172.16.0.0/24 and 10.0.0.0/24 will be communicating through that GRE tunnel. There is no explicit routing for these two subnets on R4 or Palo Alto go via WAN, so they will be only communicating via the GRE tunnel. I have already made the required settings on the R4 router, which is a Cisco one. Let me show you that setting. So I have assigned respective IP addresses on the interfaces. I have added a route to have the 10 subnet go via the tunnel interface. And also, this is the tunnel's configuration. You can see an IP address, keep alive, source interface, destination graph firewall, and then the TTL is 64. Now let's go to the Palo Alto and have the configuration of the GRE tunnel. So in order to configure a GRE tunnel, first we'll go into the network. Let's create a tunnel interface bus first. Click on add and then let me give it a name, tunnel 10. I'll call it GRE, just GRE is fine. No net flow profile. Let's assign it a VR1, security zone. I have already created a zone named as GRE zone. It's a layer 3 zone. Okay, so layer 3 zone already created by me, GRE zone, IP4 address. Let me assign it an IP4 address 172.16.255.2 because I have one at the other end, so I'm giving two at this end. No, 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 yeah, that's fine. And now let's create a GRE tunnel by going to the GRE tunnel option. Click on add, name, I'll say GRE. What interface on firewall to be used? ETH 1 by 3. What IP address on ETH 1 by 3? Here. What's my peer address? My peer address is 192.16253.2, sorry, 150. And which tunnel interface to bind with? Tunnel.10. TTL 64. I want A to send the keep alives. So every 10 seconds, send a keep alive message. If three keep alives are missed, then mark the tunnel is down, basically in 30 seconds. And if the tunnel is down and it's trying to come up, then you wait for 50 seconds. Basically, five successful keep alive packets should come before the traffic starts flowing through the tunnel. So this is 50 seconds, this is 30 seconds by multiplying with this 10. So now hit OK. So now I have created the GRE tunnel. Let me also add a route into the virtual router, VR1. I'll go here, create a static route, hit here. So name is GRE, subnet 172.16.0.0/24. That's my subnet interface. I want it to route via the tunnel interface. So yes, IP address, no, none. And then that's it. I don't want to do the path monitoring stuff. Hit OK. I have added the uh, route as well. So till now we configured a tunnel interface, we configured a GRE tunnel, and we added the route to the VR, towards the tunnel dot 10 interface to be for the remote subnet to be accessed. Now let's create some policies. Okay. First thing we need to do is allow this router to connect to this interface on the firewall in order to build a GRE tunnel. Let's create that. Okay. I'll say GRE access. GRE access. I'll keep it a universal rule, not a problem. Source, I'll say source is my WAN zone. Source is my WAN zone, okay? Because 150, that router is in the WAN zone. I'll say 192.168.253.150. That's the IP address of the peer. And destination, destination is our firewall. So the interface which is used as source on the firewall for the tunnel, that will be marked under the GRE zone. Okay, that's a very important thing to remember. Okay, we were using ETH3 interfaces this IP address in order to build the GRE tunnel to the outside. Okay, so this will be treated as the GRE zone, not as the WAN zone, because it's related to the tunnel, and the tunnel interface is in GRE zone. So you put here GRE zone and then the address of the firewall 192.168.253.201. Okay, so this is done. Destination and application. I want to allow GRE application. That's it. I only want to allow the GRE traffic. And then service all, yeah, application default, yep, so fine, allow. Now this is the rule needed in order to establish the GRE tunnel. Now I need to create another rule in order to allow the traffic inside the tunnel, through the GRE tunnel. So let's create another rule. I'll say GRE traffic via tunnel. So I'll say universal, that's fine. Source zone is my LAN zone because my LAN subnet will be communicating 10.0.0.24. Destination zone is my GRE zone. Okay, because my tunnel interface is in GRE zone. Now destination, what is my destination? 172.16.0.0/24. Okay, now this is it. I have created the rule application. I want all applications to be allowed. Everything allow, allow, allow. That's it. So now I have created a rule for the traffic through the tunnel and another rule in order to have the tunnel to be established. Now let's commit the changes. I'll pause the video for the commit to complete and then we'll resume. Okay guys, so the commit is now complete and let's check the status of our GRE tunnel on the Palo Alto CLI. Mhm. Not launching the CLI. Okay, I'll check that later on. Let me check on the R4 router. What's the GRE tunnel status? Show IP interface brief. You can see, okay, tunnel 10, 172.16.255.1, but the protocol is still down. Now let's have a look at the, okay, Palo Alto's interface. Palo Alto's CLI is here already opened. Let's check the tunnel 10 interface. Yeah, tunnel interface is still showing down. Okay, let's see why it is down. Let's quickly check in the monitor what we have here. Um, this is some previous stuff. Okay, LAN zone to WAN zone. This log is about long back. Okay, WAN zone to GRE zone is denied. I see a log at 2247 denied. But that's about long back. Not yet. Okay. And no latest logs I can see. Let me check the configuration. Back again. Interfaces. Tunnel 10. VR1. GRE zone. Feature. Comment is GRE. Let me check the GRE tunnel again. GRE. ETH 1 by 3. Local IP this. PRIP 192.162.53.150. Tunnel.10. VR1. VSys 1. And this interface is really the part of the WAN zone. But we are going to use the GRE zone here. Okay. Now the GRE is done. Which is the VR stuff. Oh, VR is, I think VR is already fine. My tunnel is not up, that's why the route is not in the picture. Now let's try to initiate some traffic and see if the tunnel comes up. Okay. So this is VPC3. VPC3 is here. It will try to ping 172.16.0.10. Okay. Ping 172.16.0.10. Okay. We are seeing the timeouts. Let me see what I see in the logs. Bro, this is not the latest log. Yeah, this is the latest log. So it's going from LAN zone to WAN zone, which means the tunnel is not up yet. So we first need to make the tunnel up. I'll see what is wrong and then I'll resume the video. Okay, so the commit was complete and my traffic was not working. So I noticed under the monitor session browser, there was already a previous GRE session on my firewall. And after killing that, the tunnel has come up on the firewall. You can see. I'll just show you. Show interface tunnel.10. You can see it's reporting as up, and it's up on router as well. You can see line protocol status changed to up, and I will try to ping now from uh, this VPC to here. No, that's not allowed. I'll try to ping from VPC 3 to only VPC. One second. Let's ping the other VPC 172.16.0.10, and you can see the ping is working fine. Now let's see the logs for it on our firewall. So what will be the source? Let me just check. IP will be 10.0.0.3 and destination will be this. Okay. Monitor traffic. Yeah, I'll see. Yeah, you can see LAN zone to GRE zone. Okay. 10.0.0.3 to this allowed, ping allowed, and there was GRE was also allowed. Yeah, you can. This will be allowed. LAN zone to GRE zone after the GRE being established. You can see tunnel 10 marked in GRE zone. Also, I wanted to show you this log when I said, it will consider 192.168.253.201, which was in WAN zone, will be considered as the LAN zone for the GRE traffic. Sorry, considered in the GRE zone for the GRE traffic, GRE connection basically. If we click on the log, you can see source is this, WAN zone, IP address this, GRE zone, interface tunnel 10, and the application is GRE. So that's it about this video. Thank you for your time. Have a good day.